What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and unfortunately, it's that time of year again, folks. It's time for back to school, but you know your boy has got you covered with another tech backpack. This time we've got the budget edition, so if you're not trying to spend a lot of money, this tech's gonna have you covered. Now, of course, the first thing we've got to talk about is the backpack, and Ari this year has convinced me to go with something that's a bit more aesthetically pleasing rather than something that just has a USB port attached to it or a spot for a portable charger. So right here we've got the North Face Vault, and I actually really like this backpack because one, the quality is nice. It has a few different color options. This is a gray and red one that looks really good, but it also has quite a few compartments, so it can hold textbooks as well as little gadgets that you might want to carry around with you. So let's jump into the very first compartment. And as you guys can see, there's lots of little spots here so that you can throw all of your tech inside. But we're gonna start off with a big one, and this right here is the Samsung Galaxy A50. Now, this is an awesome option if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a flagship device, but you still want to get those flagship features. This has a lot going for it. It has what I think is a really nice design with this prism color effect on the back, and it also has a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, which is a beautiful screen, get nice vibrant colors out of it. So watching content on it is going to look great. Not to mention, it also has a triple camera setup, something we're seeing with way more expensive phones. So it has an ultra wide, a wide, and a telephoto lens. So if you're out with your friends, you wanna take group pictures, all that kind of stuff, this thing's got you covered. You can take a lot of nice shots with this. And it also has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. With the 1080p display that it has, you're gonna be able to get really long battery life. So if you're busy at school all day and you're texting your friends, even though you probably shouldn't be, this thing's gonna be able to stick with you throughout the entire day. 350 bucks instead of the 1,000 that we're typically paying for flagships these days. But something else that goes really well with that, and that's these guys right here, the PEATS Truly Wireless Earbuds. Now, these are really surprising because they only go for 36 bucks. And if you've ever needed a pair of earbuds that don't have a cable and just kind of have a low-key look to it, these are a good look. They fit in the ears very comfortably, and they actually sound pretty good. If you're somebody who likes a bit of bass, you like a little thumping in your music, these definitely provide it. But that doesn't take away from the vocals. Listening to voices and singing still sounds really good. So this is a pretty nice all-around earbud, and especially since they're 36 bucks, you just can't go wrong with that. Now, these earbuds will give you about 3 to 4 hours of battery life on a charge, but with the included charging case, you'll get a total of 35 hours of battery life. So you can go for quite some time without having to charge this. So if you're one of those forgetful students, you don't have to worry. These don't require you charging them all the time. Just make sure you keep them inside. But if you're not really into earbuds, don't worry, I've got you covered. These guys right here are the MPAL H5s. So it comes in a nice little case, but here we have them. So they come in a couple different colors. Right here, I've got the silver, but there's also a black as well. So these are a pair of active noise canceling headphones. They're Bluetooth headphones, so they're wireless, no cables necessary. You're gonna need Bluetooth headphones these days anyway. But these are a nice pair of over-ear headphones that are actually very, very comfortable. If I just throw these guys on, you guys can see, actually it looks really good. Only 50 bucks. And I'm telling you guys, you are not finding $50 active noise canceling headphones anywhere if they're decent quality. Now, I will say this, the active noise canceling on these are all right, but there is a side effect to using them that I really do like, and that's for some reason, it makes the quality sound a lot better in terms of sound. If you're trying to block out sounds without music, these aren't gonna do that great a job, but when you have music playing, definitely does the trick. You won't be able to hear anything around you, and you get that really nice bump in audio quality, which I think is really good. And you'll get about 30 hours of battery life with these guys, which is really, really impressive. And I think with this thing being a $50 package, it's got great comfort, ear cups are nice and soft, you get that active noise canceling boost. Honestly, it has everything you need with just a really inexpensive price tag. And headphones, obviously a great companion for the A50, but something else that you probably wouldn't expect is a smartwatch. This guy I got off of Amazon for about 45 bucks, and surprisingly, it does its job. I'm not gonna pretend this thing is amazing, but if you're looking for a smartwatch that connects to your phone, and gives you your notifications like your messages, allows you to use fitness information like how much walking you're doing during the day, calories burned, that kind of stuff. You're gonna be able to get access to all of that from here. And it's only 46 bucks, guys. And not to mention, this thing is also able to find your phone. It has that feature which I love having a smartwatch for, where when you just press the button, it makes your phone vibrate or ring so that you can find it. If you just want a nice smartwatch, something that's not gonna break the bank, this is definitely something you might want to consider. Now, there are a bunch of different sellers on Amazon that sell the same exact watch. I'll have the link to the one that I purchased from, but they pretty much all look the same. But back to the backpack, here's a little something I know you guys are gonna be able to find useful for your studying. So we've got over here the Rocketbook. Now, the Rocketbook is something that you guys have probably seen in the past, but this one's a little bit different. As you guys can see here, you've got a pretty standard looking notebook, but what's special about the Rocketbook is that you're able to actually jot down your notes, take your notes for class, do whatever you have to do. Using the pen that it comes with, I can just write, "Judd is the GOAT." So once you've got your notes, you can go ahead and grab your phone, open up the app, and it'll be able to scan it so that you have a digital copy along with your physical copy. And with the app, you can just position the camera above it and you can see it's automatically scanning the screen. And look, you've got your note just like that. And once you've got that, you're pretty much done with this. So what's nice with the Rocketbook is that you get this microfiber cloth and all you have to do is get one part of it a little damp and you can literally just wipe away the ink and boom. You've got a nice clean notebook ready to be reused and you've got your digital copy of everything that you wrote in your notes right on your phone. Before, they had a version of this where you had to microwave the book to get it all erased. This is much, much simpler. So Rocketbook goes for less than 30 bucks. So I absolutely recommend this. And Malcolm just brought up the point, why not just use a regular piece of paper and use the Apple Notes app to scan it? Well, you're not wasting paper. Here you can reuse the pages that you've written on and you have a book that just continuously provides those scans. All right, Malcolm?
Whatever.
This guy's not green, man. But while we're back here, let's get to the big guy, the laptop of choice here, the Surface Go. Now, I like the Surface Go as an option if you're on a budget. The specs aren't super crazy, but it's definitely good enough to get a lot of work done. And the overall form factor is great for students. Now, the Surface Go is great because it starts at 400 bucks, and with its form factor, it's really easy to take this thing around. So if you're commuting, maybe you're taking this thing to class, doesn't take up a lot of space like some really large laptop. And of course, you can opt for a type cover keyboard, so you get the full keyboard experience as well as a really nice big trackpad. And you can even go with the Surface Pen. So if you want to take notes in class, you can go ahead and do that as well. You open up something like OneNote and you're going to be able to jot down stuff with no problem. I personally have been a huge OneNote user for years. Whenever I took notes down in college, OneNote was the thing that I used. And with that integration of being able to write with the pen, take notes there, or even just type something, it just adds up to a really nice experience. And when you're not doing work, you can of course just get rid of the keyboard, pen, and use it as a media device. You can watch shows on Netflix. You'll be able to access whatever you want, especially if they're on certain websites, because it is running full Windows 10, so you get the full Windows 10 experience in a tablet form factor. So I think for students who are looking for something really lightweight, portable, that'll get work done, this is a great option. But we don't only have the Surface Go here, we have a few other pieces of tech that work really well with this guy. Now the Surface does only have one USB Type-C port, so the solution to that is getting yourselves a dongle like what we've got over here by the folks over at Anchor. So this right here is a really inexpensive USB-C hub, so you can just throw that in here, boom, and you get access to two USB 3 ports, as well as an SD card slot, a micro SD card slot, and even an HDMI port. Now something else that's a really great companion for the Surface Go is this guy over here, the SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD. Now this I really like because it is a lightweight portable SSD, and it's called Extreme because this thing can handle small shocks. I think it's also splash resistant, so if your kid happens to be a bit clumsy, you know, you're out working in a coffee shop, you spill your coffee or something, you're not gonna have to worry about this necessarily messing up on you. And it uses USB Type-C, so it comes with a USB Type-C cable that you can just plug in and throw it inside of here. And with it, you'll get up to 2 terabytes of storage. And this one right here is 500 gigs. And this 500 gigabyte model right here is in the $80 range. So it's a little bit more expensive, but you are paying for that durability, really compact design. I reckon you can even throw this thing inside of a wallet. And if you want to use this alongside other things and you're worried about it taking up that USB port, you can remove it, and it even includes an adapter. So if you want to use it with your USB hub over here, you can throw it in there and you still get access to other ports. So boom, it all works together, it makes sense. But enough talking about what's gonna help you get schoolwork done. Let's talk about something that's a little bit more fun, and that is this guy over here, the UrAvgGF portable Bluetooth speaker. Now, you gotta have a Bluetooth speaker when you wanna chill, relax, maybe listen to some music in your dorm, or maybe just at lunch. You got a nice Bluetooth speaker here. This one only goes for 36 bucks. This is a special speaker because not only does it have pretty good audio, but it also works as a portable charger. So if you guys can see right here at the bottom, you've got 2 USB ports as well as a USB Type-C port and a micro USB port to charge it. But with these guys right here, you'll be able to charge multiple devices even while you're listening to some music. Like I said, the music quality is pretty good. Definitely has some good bass. But I would say when you put up the volume all the way to the max, you start getting a little bit of distortion. That's when you start to see that price come into effect. But if you really think about it, you're getting a 10,000 milliamp hour portable charger here with Bluetooth speaker functionality that gets pretty loud, so you'll be able to share your music with your friends. Now, you guys know me, you know I got a cable to recommend to go with it, and we've got this really awesome one right here. So we've got this USB cable over here from the folks over at Digital Ant. Now, this is a cool cable because if you take a close look at it, you'll notice that it's not exactly a USB Type-C cable, Lightning, or micro USB, but you actually have all of those connectors in this little capsule that it comes with. So right here is the little capsule so that you can go ahead and pick and choose what kind of cable you want it to be. You just pop this out and boom. Right now with magnets, you've got a USB Type-C cable. So this is where things get interesting. So if I were to pull out my A50, plug it in, boom, I'm all connected. But if I actually pull this away, you'll notice that this stays in, and it makes it just really easy to just go ahead and pop it in when you want to give it a charge. And with that Bluetooth speaker, you thought you had it? Relax, Drake. So you can just plug in and boom, you're charging immediately. And this one, I think a 3-pack goes for about 20 bucks. So really inexpensive stuff. It might be even cheaper. I'll have it all linked down below in the description, of course. But that's my list, guys. Hopefully this has been a great list for you guys to get ready for the school year, get started. If there's anything else that's really cool and doesn't cost a ton that you think would make a great addition to this list, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.